Yo! Came across this video on the good old X. And there's a lot we can talk about with this one. But not even to sugar. I mean, I'm still at awe about what I watched. Because there's different parties involved that make it what it is. And make it so dramatic as it is. Or make it as dramatic as it is. So, here we go.
Leave my stuff. Leave my stuff alone. You fuck off me. Get my stuff. Get my shit. Fuck off me. Fucking touch me. Get off me. You ain't gonna get it. Go get my stuff.
This is absolutely sad. Absolutely. It starts with, I'm sure there was some argument. Something happened beforehand for mama to be triggered. Grandma in the back to be triggered. I don't know what that argument was. But look at the frame that we're at right now. You can see her hand right here is reaching out to grab this young lady. Issue number one. You felt comfortable, Grandma, to try and snatch this young lady up with your old self. And you thought it was going to be smooth. You thought you was going to be good. Issue number two. This young lady beat the mess out of her grandmother. Issue number three. Right here. This younger lady watched the whole thing happen. Obviously, there's three parties involved. You got grandma, you got the young lady, and we're going to call her baby girl. Baby girl was baby girl sitting on the bed with the little buns or whatever with the heart-shaped shirt on. Grandma's wrong for putting her hands on her kid like that. You better know where you stand. You better know where you at. Don't put your hands on your kid to whoop them, to beat them or something like that. I'm not afraid of that to begin with, but don't put your hands on your kid if you can't maintain and control them. You are old and elderly. Your whoopings probably don't even hurt. They probably do nothing. Absolutely zero. So what you even reaching to put your hands on her for? You resorted to something that probably wasn't even going to work to begin with. You resorted to putting your hands on her, thinking that was going to solve the issue. And you probably made it 10 times worse. Miss Young Lady, you pressed the record button. I don't know why. Not only did you press the record button, you pressed the post button. The worst thing that happened is the fact that you swung back and you beat the mess out of your grandmother. You beat the mess out of her. I already know it. I don't even need to watch it again. I already know. You moved. You were swinging, wailing on her. Left her probably bruised and battered. Yeah, no. That's not the answer to situations like this. I understand she probably triggered you. I understand grandma probably put her hands on you first. And so you felt like you need to do something back. Grandma wrong for putting her hands on you to begin with, to that degree. She don't need to be putting grandma don't need to be putting her hands on you to begin with, because she grandma. She too old. No. Come on now. You better call her mother. If she has one. I know. I hope she does. You better call her mother. Call her older brother if she got one. Older siblings. Don't put her hands on her. Don't put your hands on her, grandma. But Miss Young Lady, You don't know what you did. You created a video about you whooping some elderly lady, thinking it was going to gain some sort of sympathizing and people was going to be like, oh, nah. This hurts you. It does. And it hurts to watch because you didn't need to post this. You didn't need to press the record button. You shouldn't have even been wailing on it to begin with. You should have been calling the cops, if anything, if it was that big of an issue. But again, you're young. So I don't know what you know. I don't know what you don't know. Situations like this moving forward, Miss Lady, just call the cops. You feel like you're getting abused, call the cops. You got a phone. You know how to use it. Obviously, if you can record, you can make a phone call. If you can post, you can make a phone call. It's 3 digits, 911. And hit the green phone button. Little phone icon. So. And the saddest part of this old video, baby girl that's sitting on the bed watching this happen. She's going to remember this. She's going to remember this interaction between potentially her older sister or older cousin. Doesn't matter. She's going to remember this situation. She's going to remember you, young lady, swinging on grandma and beating grandma. And it can go one of two ways. She's going to think that's okay, or she's going to think that's not okay. More than likely, she's going to think like, oh, this is normal. This is just a normal thing. She was shaking. Oh, man. Look, she was shaking as this was happening. Look at her. She was shaking.
Fucking touch me. Get off.
Like, what are we doing right now, yo? What are we doing? This is the precedent that we're setting for our youngins moving forward. The next generation watches something like this and thinks that it's okay. She's got to grow up in an environment like this. All of this is just sad. That little girl going to be traumatized. I'm almost happy that this got publicized and it's grown to the level that it has on a social media stage. Because now that it's garnered so much attention, everybody's like, nah, we got to take care of baby girl who's on the bed. We got to make sure people are in the proper places. We got to separate this. We got to fix this dynamic that is happening because it's not healthy. It's not good. It's toxic. So I'm almost happy that it has grown to such degree. I just hope that with its growth of notoriety, actual change comes with this family. Actual healing and growth and development actually happens. So, not a fan of this. This is not looking good. This does not represent at all what the black family dynamic looks like. But it does show the reality of some people's situations, some people's dynamics. And it's ugly. It's not pretty. It's disgusting. And I just hope grandma has learned from this situation. Young lady has learned from this situation. And that baby girl that was on the bed gets told, hey, that's not okay. What you experienced was not okay. That is not good. You shouldn't have seen that. No one should be experiencing that, especially at your age. So, rough one here, but the usual on this side is we got to find out what's next.